Hi everyone, my name is Mohammed Umair and I'm going to be demonstrating the Instagram application's functionalities. Some of the other functionalities are going to be shown by my other team member. Starting off with the compilation. As mentioned in the specifications, we're going to do compilation on runtime and run it on two Android emulators simultaneously. So first of all, we run it on this emulator, the one on the right hand side. Then we change the configuration to compile and run it on another emulator. It should be this one. We'll open the logcat just to see that everything is running on runtime. Let's log in with two users. First one would be Rebecca. Let's try to log in Rebecca over here. Rebecca at mail.com. We click on login. Now you can only see the logs for this one because we'll have to select logcat for that one. We'll have to switch the Android device. So on the left hand side we logged in as Rebecca. On the right hand side we will log in as Karan. So as you can see, the login was successful. This was authenticated by Firebase Auth API. Now you can see the user feed of Rebecca has the photos that she uploaded. The user feed of Karan has the photos that he uploaded. Next, let's go to the profile page of both of these users. As you can see, Rebecca had 2 posts, these are listed here. Karan had 6 posts, these are listed here. You can also click on the post to go to an individual one. Next, let's go to the discovery page for Rebecca. As we can see that Rebecca has currently followed no one, and as we can see that Karan has currently followed no one. It must also be noted that both of these users have 3 other users excluding themselves. So as you can see that in Karan's profile Rebecca appears here, in Rebecca's profile Karan appears here. So let's say that Rebecca follows Karan, but it must be noted that Karan has 0 following right now and 0 followers right now. So let's say Rebecca follows Karan. Now that Rebecca has followed Karan, it must be seen that the followers of Karan have increased by 1. That is, Rebecca is following him. Next, let's make Karan follow Andrew. Karan has followed Andrew. It must be noted that currently there are no friend suggestions. I'm going to be coming on the friend suggestion algorithm as we proceed. So now if we check the profile page for Rebecca, she is currently following one user, which is Karan. She is followed by no one, so she has 0 followers, and then she has 2 posts. Now it must be noted that Rebecca follows Karan and Karan follows Andrew Smith. Let's see what does the friend suggestion shows. As you can see, the friend suggestion has popped up Andrew Smith. This is because the algorithm works in a way such that it shows my followers followed users. As in, since I follow Karan and Karan follows Andrew, so since Karan is my friend, I am suggested a friend that Karan has followed. Next, let's say Karan follows Gupta as well. You must see that Gupta is currently not followed by Rebecca. So now when we go to the friend suggestion for Rebecca, Gupta pops up as well. It must also be noted that Karan's followers are 1, that is, Rebecca follows him, and his followings have now become 2, as he follows Gupta and Andrew Smith. Now it must also be noted that Karan is currently not suggested anyone. Why? This is because Karan follows Gupta and Andrew Smith, who in turn follow no one. Now let's say Karan follows Rebecca as well. So the following for Karan has increased by 3. But the friend suggestion algorithm should still show nothing because Karan has technically followed all of the users in his friend list. Let's say he unfollows Gupta, but Gupta is not followed by Rebecca and Karan follows Rebecca. So let's see if something pops up in his feed. He still gets no friend suggestion because he follows Rebecca and Rebecca doesn't follow Gupta. Let's say Rebecca starts following Gupta. So Rebecca has now started following Gupta from the friend suggestion. It must also be noted that her following was previously 1. It should now be changed to 2. Let's see. So her following is changed to 2. Her follower is 1, which is Karan. So let's say now when we go back, Gupta should not appear in the suggestion and should follow should appear in the following, which is correctly stated here. Now let's see if Karan gets a suggestion for Gupta. This is because Karan follows Rebecca and Rebecca follows Gupta. So let's see. Let's refresh the page for Karan. Let's say Karan comes in again and he gets now suggested Gupta because Rebecca follows Gupta. In the same way, if Rebecca stops following Gupta, it should stop appearing in Karan's friend suggestions. So this is pretty much how the suggestion algorithm works. Now let's see another aspect of it. Let's say Karan is following Rebecca and Andrew Smith. Let's see whether or not his feeds updates. So as noted previously, Karan could see his feeds. But now since he follows two more people, he could see Andrew's feed as well. He can see Rebecca's feed as well. Not only this, but also Rebecca should now start seeing Karan's post because she was following Karan. Let's say, for example, Andrew puts a comment. Karan puts a comment on Rebecca's photo. So currently, Rebecca's photo for our front has no comments. Let's say Karan goes here and says, "Hey Rebecca, nice picture." Posts it. Now, if someone goes, let's say Rebecca herself, goes into the comments, she can see the comment. Let's say that Rebecca wants to like one of Karan's photos. She can, let's say, like Karan's Great Ocean Road photos, and her like would be increased by 1. And then she can like Karan's another landscape photo. So this was reverted back because it was already previously liked. So let's say, so she basically unliked it. So when she clicks it again, it's liked. You also get a pop-up saying it's liked. So let's say she liked his Great Ocean Roads picture previously. If she clicks on it again, the likes disappear. If she clicks on it, the likes appear. In the same way, let's say Rebecca now comments, "Hey Karan, nice pic." She posts it. Now, if Karan, let's say, uses comments, he can see, "Hey Karan, nice pic." It must also be noted that if, let's say, for example, Karan clicks on any one of the users, let's say Rebecca, he can see Rebecca's followers, Rebecca's following, and also unfollow her from here if he wishes. Let's say he unfollows her. As you can see, she has been unfollowed. Now, let's go to one of an important aspect, that is the profile. So let's say both of them go to their profile. They can seemingly edit their profile. Let's say Karan wants to change his name. He can change his name and says, "This is my bio to I am a software engineer." And let's say he saves these details. User settings are updated as popped up. And also, not only can he go to edit his profile from here, now these settings are getting fetched at one time from the database. Not only can he see them from here, but also let's say at any point in time, if he goes at his account settings, he can fetch the same details. And those are going to get saved. Let's say that he somehow wants to update his picture, Andrew's picture. Now this is just a dummy photo which is getting uploaded. So let's say Karan now tries to save his photo. As you can see, Karan photos is now updated. Now let's see Rebecca's discovery. As you can see, Karan just updated his photo with a saved photo. So he is getting Andrew's photo. Now it could have been any other photo, but for the sake of testing, we just uploaded a random photo, which was perhaps Andrew's, but it shows the functionality. Now let's move back to the user's feed. Rebecca goes on to her feed as well. And let's say both of the users now log out. So this shows the logout functionality. Let's say now someone needs to sign up. Her name would be Jessica, for example, at gmail.com. Password, you can enter any password you like. And we click on sign up. Once we do that, say Jessica Gold as a username, a doctor by profession, and let's say she tries to upload a photo as well. Now since I'm using the emulator, I'm currently uploading it from Google Drive. However, photos can be uploaded from anywhere. Let's say I crop my photo, and that's it. Just click on Save Account Details. This gets loaded. User settings have been updated, and now I'm logged in. Since I have 0 posts, no followers, my profile has nothing, and if I go and edit my profile, I can see my details over here. So you can see that the new user has signed up. Now let's say this user tries to follow some other user, let's say Rebecca, and he goes in and gets Rebecca's post. And let's say, for instance, when we go back to the discovery algorithm suggests Jessica Curran. This is because Rebecca follows Curran. Now, one thing to note would be that let's say Jessica likes one of Rebecca's photo, and let's say that Rebecca's photo has a like of 2. Now let's log in as Rebecca to see whether or not this like actually updated on the server. As you can see, Rebecca's like on this photo, the photo for glasses, updated to true likes. So that shows that the server is in complete sync with whatever activity is performed by whichever user. So this is our sign up activity as well as the likes activity reflecting on the server are finalized. We can also see the comments that were previously placed by Karan. You can see Karan is showing his updated photo and also the comment, and then this new user can also say, hey Rebecca, nice, click, yep, must have missed the E, post it there, Jessica posted it here. Let's see if the comments updated. Oh, so we basically posted it for this photo. This actually shows the functionality as well. So this is for the Sydney Harbour photo, and there we go. We have the updated comments as well. Now let's check another thing. It is also worthwhile to notice that if someone wants to see who liked this particular photo, he or she can simply click on likes, and then they can go and see which people liked it. And then also they can see whether or not they're following them or not. In this case, Jessica was following Rebecca, and we can see who liked this particular photo. Similarly, if we go to Rebecca's profile, we can see that she's following one person, and that one person would be Rebecca. You can see that Rebecca is already shown as following. Now, another functionality to notice would be the search by username. Let's say if she wants to search Andrew, she can type in AND, and Andrew would populate. Now, it must be noticed that this is a suggestive text functionality. So let's say if she tries to type in Gupta, as in GU, Gupta would populate. So Rebecca has a GREY as well, so she appears in G, and then all of the users appear. So this is the search by username functionality. It must also be noticed that if this user Jessica logs out, she can actually log in again. For the sake of testing, let's log in Jessica from another device. Jessica at gmail.com. Let's log in just to see as to whether or not this user was created properly at Firebase database. As you can see, Jessica has logged in. All of her details are retained with her profile photo, her bio, and all scope. This is it from my side. Thank you very much. Now Karan is going to be demonstrating the activity feed, the photo upload, camera function.
Now we'll look at our activity feed to see if the activity of our followers is coming through. If you click on the heart button at the bottom, it will show that right now it says Rebecca liked my post. Because this is about my post, it shows up on the U tab just like Instagram. But if I go to the followers, because Rebecca, who is a follower, has this activity, so that shows up in the followers tab as well. If I go back and I go to the discover page, and if I try to follow some more people, let's say I follow A Gupta and I follow Andrew Smith. Now if I go to my user feed, I can see A Gupta's posts also pop up. And now if I go to my activity feed, So only Rebecca out of my followers has liked my post, so that's why Rebecca is here. But if I go to my followers, now I see everyone's activities. So A Gupta had started following Karan.Rasdi, so that's me. And Andrew Smith liked his own post, so that is also in the activity feed here. And that's how our activity feed works. Now we look at the functionality where we post a photo from the camera. So if I click on the plus button, but this time I go to the photo tab on the right and then I open my camera, I can see the scenery here. I click a photo. I also had an option to choose the flash. So I click the plus button, I click the tick, and now I can change the brightness and the contrast a bit. Let's click next. I will crop this to this part and I click next. And this is my home page and I can share this, and once the photo is uploaded it will come up on my profile and also in my user feed. Another important thing about our app is if we click on this button at the bottom, we can sort our posts by date, time, and location. By default, we sort our posts by date and then by the location. So right now it won't make a difference even if we click on these. This video is to demonstrate the posting a photo functionality of our app. As you can see, we are logged in with the Karan.Rasdi account. If I click the plus button here, it opens up my gallery to post a photo. I can click on this or maybe this one. Let's see, click next. I can apply a filter, maybe black and white, and then I can crop the photo to this part. And I can click next. I can write about it. This is my home screen, and then I can click share to submit this photo, and it gets posted. And if I go to my profile, you'll see the photo will pop up here. This is the demo for the Bluetooth functionality of our app. We've got two phones with our application on them. If you open these up, I'll log in with the Karan account on this, and I'll log in with the Rebecca account on this. Now every time you log in, our app stores the MAC address in our database. So whenever you're searching on Bluetooth, it checks if the MAC address is matched to some user in our database and then tries to look up the information. So now both the users are logged in. I click on these three dots here, click on nearby friends, and then I see Rebecca pops up. So I can drag it this side and then click on swipe. I'll try that again. And then if I go down, let me see, I want to send this photo. Click next. Let's use a sepia filter on it. Then next. I'm gonna crop it to just include the Iron Man. Click next for Rebecca. Then I can share this image. Once I've shared the image, if I go to Rebecca, and if I go back to my home feed, I'll see a photo appears in my home feed with a Bluetooth tag on it. And if I go down, the other pictures have a cross tag, so those are the public posts, and this one is specially for Rebecca. And that's how our Bluetooth functionality works.